So I'm gonna tell you how I got a second-degree burn on my back on accident. It all started, it was Thursday, so that'd be June 18th. And me and my buddy after work, calling Rob, me and old big Rob, we wanted to he's like, hey, you wanna go shoot? I gotta go zero in some guns or whatever. Lucky for me, I also had to zero some in. For those who don't know, zeroing is basically making sure the scope is hitting exactly where you're aiming, right? Because sometimes, like if you're in a case or they sit for too long, it's a bunch of things can do it, but you basically knock that scope off of zero. And so we wanted to go zero in some of our guns. So we go zero them in, right? We go to the range, we're there. Honestly, we're there for like 2 hours, right? We're shooting, we're putting rounds down. It's a whole like left 2 clicks. Like I'm looking down the spider scope. Left 2 clicks. Okay. Was that you or was that the gun? That was you? Alright, go again. Go down 3. Okay. Rob, put 3 down there and I'll tell you if it's good. One more. Alright. That's basically how it goes. And we're both just switching off. Now Rob is he's a gun guy. Like he likes his guns, so he's got a stack of them, right? We get towards, we're shooting, we're doing our thing. I'm putting him out there. I also brought my shotgun, he brought his, so we're out there throwing skeet, tall, boom, dropping clay pigeons, getting, because you gotta get ducksons coming up. But we're having a good old time. We're out there shooting. It's been about 2 hours, and we're putting them down range, zeroing in. He's let me try them. We're having a good time. We had a McDonald's while we were out there. We were, having a good old time. But there were some guys. Like we're like if we're on this side, there's some guys on the other side. They're acting a little rambunctious on it. A little, you just kept an eye on them, right? They was there a couple times that they flagged us. And for those who don't know, flagging is basically if the range. If I'm sitting straight and the range is this way, right? If you're in a public area, the barrel is supposed to be down range at all times, unless you are double, triple sure that it's unloaded and there's nothing in it. Then at that point, you can safely put it on the table, right? Or put it that tailgate, wherever it is. And so down here, range is down this way, and they're a little careless with it. They're a little careless with the barrel. They're doing little of these. They're doing. I saw one dude put 2 down range and hit him with a doo-doo, right? And by the way how far his gut poked out and how heavy he looked to be breathing after every time, I'm going to take a safe, good assessment and say that he was not fit to do those type of tactics. You know what I mean? Like he was, it was like, all right, dude, probably shouldn't be doing that. Right? I don't even do that. I don't know anyone that does, actually. I've never went into the range with someone. They're like, hey, let's work on some tactical stuff. Or you're going to do a somersault into a roll, pop up, put 2, back somersault, lay on your back, put 2 between your legs, boom, boom. We ain't doing none of that, right? And so, like I'm pretty sure if someone were to kick down my door and come in, I guarantee you I'm not going to be doing somersaults and laying on my back and throwing rounds down. That's not happening. It's stupid, honestly. So they're acting a little foolish, right? And they're drinking while they're doing it. So we're kind of keeping an eye on them. We're also trying to speed things up, because the faster we can get out of here, the faster we're away from them, the safer we are. So it gets to about hour three, and these guys are still doing their thing, right? And I kind of look at my buddy and I'm like, hey, let's hurry this up. How many more you got? He goes, I got 2 more. I got 2 more to zero in and we're good. It's like, all right, sick. So he goes through the first one, you know, the whole. Nah, Rob, this one's pretty good, dog. This is pretty good. Okay, that last one was on you. That's good. All right, I think it's a you problem. Right. Then he gets to the second one. So the second one, it's like an AR-15, right? Shoots 5.56 NATO round. Nothing crazy. But he gets set up. And he's sitting there. And he's like, you good? You ready? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. So I'm on the scope. What I didn't know was he moved closer to me on accident. He didn't mean to. Like, he just kind of sat down and I didn't move. So I'm sitting here and he's to my left. I didn't notice, but he moved closer to me. Didn't know this. And so I'm like this. You know, he lets off 2. All right, we fix it. Then the third one happens. So I'm down here. Yeah, Rob, that one's. And then I feel it. When you're hunched like this, sometimes like your shirt, right there. And mine was like this. Mine had a little hole in it. The round bounces off, because I have my hat backwards, I'm on the scope. Bounces off the bottom of my hat. I'm like this. Bounces off the bottom of my hat, slides down my shirt. I can feel it. And if you've never touched a round fresh out of a gun, it is so hot. It's hot brass. You got to think that thing, firing pin hit it, an explosion happened, and it's hot. And I feel it enter my shirt. I immediately went to one of these. I went from here to here. And I'm sitting there. And as it's going down my shirt, it gets caught. It gets caught in my pants. Like right there. Because I guess I had my shirt tucked in on accident. But it gets caught right there. And it's just sizzling, dude. It's just right on my back. And so then I, like a good person should. So I'm here, right? And I lift my shirt up. Getting that thing out. But what I didn't know was it was like in there. And so now I'm trying to do this. Trying to get it out of my ass, get out of the seam of my pants. It happens so fast, he lets off another one. And as I'm doing this, you gotta think, he's right here, another one flies in. So and then as I'm doing all that, he finally looks up and goes, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I'm sitting there trying to get this hot brass out of my ass. And I'm sitting there, dude, I'm getting that thing. It's burning, dude. Finally, I get it out, and I'm standing up. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, dude, I think we gotta amputate it. I think we gotta take it off. And he's like, dude, it's not that bad. And I was like, dude, you don't understand. It sat there. It sat on my skin, and it sizzled. It burned. It hurts. It's like if you ever had something hot just sit on your skin for like 6 seconds, dude. It is, and you can't do nothing for the pain. You're just sitting there and you're like, oh my god. And Rob goes, dude, it can't be that bad. And I'm like, you don't understand. And he goes, let me see it. This mug. That white part, that's where it sat. And it just scorched. You see this mark? Oh, this mark right here? This one? That's the second round. So this one scorched my back. This one sat there for a second. I got it out in time. But that mug burned so bad. So bad, in fact, that I went to an urgent care place, and he's like, what can I do you for? And I was like, I was like, I'll be honest. I need like some burn ointment, and then I need maybe like some antibiotics. Make sure this thing don't get infected, right? Because you got to think these rounds. Some of them are reloaded, and not even that, but coming off a hot press, and then because once it happened, he still had one more. No, yeah, he still had one more. He had one. He had a pistol. He had to zero in real quick. So we sat there for like another hour. Probably even longer than that because we had to pack up, get everything in the car. Then he had to bring me back home, and I had to go find urgent care. And so the lady, like, I walk in, she's like, "All right, let me see it," and I pull it up, and she goes, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, I don't feel good." She's like, "That's at least second degree, I had to guess." And I was like, "Yeah, it hurts." And she's like, "You know what? She's like, you're probably gonna feel it for like a week or two. Like you're not gonna be able to function. Like you're not gonna be able to sit down properly. You're not gonna be like you're gonna feel it, you know." And she's not wrong. So far, as of when I'm recording this, it's been a day, and it's about the same. Like if I bend over and that skin stretches, I can feel it like unscab, like the scab peel. And so yeah, that's how one of my buddies betrayed me and gave me second degree burns on my back. And then not even that, but our group chat, like our friend group chat. Everybody was telling me I got a tramp stamp. They're like, dude, you should get like a My Little Pony shit and rainbows come out of your ass. Someone said I should get a tattoo in quotes, not in quotes, but get like a tattoo that said baby, it's gonna burn. I was like, that's genius. If I didn't still hurt, I think it's funny. So yeah, moral of that story is, if you ever shooting guns tucking in your shirt, probably isn't smart. Or don't it just make sure it's not tucked at all because I don't tuck in my shirt. I guess it just happened, right? I guess I was just scratching my ass and it just tucked for some reason. Or it's probably when I went to go take a piss and I put my pants back on. I just never untucked the back. So I'd say if you're shooting guns, don't tuck your back, don't tuck your shirt in. Another moral of that story. Just take the hat off. Don't wear a hat. If you're gonna wear it forward, I guess would be the smarter thing to do than to just wear it backwards and have it bounce off the back of your bill and down your shirt. But yeah,